In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to create a really nice starting soon screen using Paint.net and OBS. Okay, to start off, we're going to want to create a new canvas, 1920 by 1080, right? Here it is. So let's create a new layer. And we're going to create text, right? So the idea behind this is I want it to be a really nice animated and a little bit of flashy, right? So I want it to be letters coming in and out and a background kind of moving, right? So we're going to start off with the letters. Just go ahead and type starting. Let's space it out a little bit. Starting. Perfect. Look at that. Now we're gonna highlight this and oops, we're gonna highlight it and we're gonna rotate it around. Hold shift to get that nice and straight, and we're gonna place it just right here. Right here. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and copy this, and we're gonna move it to the other side. So let's rotate it by holding shift and turning with the mouse, and we're gonna move it over to this side, right about there. Oh, a little more, right there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and copy the one that's already highlighted. So let's copy it, start a new layer, paste it. We're going to move it right in front of it, about right there. Do it again, control copy, start another layer, paste, and just drag it. Do this as many times as you want it. I like to do it just 4 times. 4 times seems to be the perfect sweet spot. Control copy, one more, paste, and there we go. That looks nice. Right about right there. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing to this side. So let's go back to our first layer, control copy, go to the next layer, paste it, and just move it right in front of it. Try to space them out the same. You could use guidelines if you like. It'll make it so much more what are the words, symmetrical. But for the sake of not making you guys sit through another 40-minute video, I'm gonna go ahead and just speed run this, right? So copy, go to the next one, paste it, and then here we go. Look at that. Look at that. That looks nice. All right. So right now it looks a little too busy, right? Don't worry. We're gonna go ahead and fix that. Let's click on the second layer, right? We're gonna duplicate it. Duplicate it. That's a word, right? That's how you say that word. We're gonna zoom in and we're gonna color it in, right? So there it is. Let's actually move it in the background. Okay, there it is. 1. Give it another one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Now do this to all the layers, right? So one. Oh, that's not the right one. Go to layer 4. 1. You might want to duplicate that one as well, right? All right, layer 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You're gonna do this to every single letter except for the first layer, and I'll show you guys why. Okay, now that we have all of them green, we're gonna go ahead and click back on the second layer, which will be, in my case, layer 3. We're gonna zoom in. Make sure you're on the layer that is the dark letters, right? So we can turn it off and on. We want to be on the layer that has the black letters. We're going to go ahead and with our magic wand, we're going to select every letter in this layer. So it's going to be all of these on both sides. So let's go ahead and do both sides. Okay, now that we have those highlighted, we're going to go ahead and click on the green layers. It should be the layer right underneath if you did it properly. It's going to be the layer right underneath the one you're at. And we're going to hit delete. You're not going to notice anything happening, but now we're going to click back on the black layer. We're going to hide it. You can hide it. I'm going to go ahead and delete it now. And just like that, if we zoom in, right here we have a layer, right? So here it is. You could go back with it, and with just a simple pencil, we can go ahead and just make this a little more defined, right? So like just like that. Just like that, so you can get more of the letters in. So right here as well, let's go ahead and go right here and straight line. Oops. Just a straight line. Just like that. With the first layer being filled in, and then the other 3 layers being just the outlines, right? Okay. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and add another layer to the very top. So add a layer. And on this layer, we're going to go ahead and place starting soon, right? So let's go ahead and increase this to 192. And we're going to put starting, right? Actually, I think let's get rid of bold and get rid of the slanted. And I think 144 is actually the right size. There we go. Yes, 144. So we're going to put starting right here. Starting. And right below it, we're going to place, or this actually has to be white. We're going to make that white, okay? You can't see it right now. That's fine. We're going to change the background color. So let's grab our paint. There we go. Make it black. That way we can see it so much easier. Let's go back to that same layer and add another layer on top of it. Next one's going to say soon. And again, you can't see it because it's black, but let's go ahead and make that green. And we're going to turn that one into 192. Right there. Now, I'm going to place mine right here. You're welcome to place yours wherever your heart desires. I like to set mine right here. Give it a little more depth to it. Or not depth, you know. I don't know why I keep saying depth. Don't know why. But I'm actually going to move this up. And we're going to paste our logo. There it is. Hold shift so that you don't mess up the resolution while we're downscaling it. And I'm going to add it just right here. Look at that. Such an esports look to it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Now. Yeah, I'm going to leave that white. I was thinking of animating it as well. I'm going to leave it white because this already looks really, really nice. So I want to add a few more designs to it, right? Down here, we're going to have as many links as you want. I'm going to add just 2 links. I want to add, let's see. I kind of want to add some designs in the background. I'm thinking like an arrowhead. Probably just the letter V. Let's see how the letter V looks like. So we got the letter V. Do I have any other nice fonts? No, not that. Probably this. That looks nice. Okay, yes. Okay, we're going to use that. But let's make it smaller and bold. Not bold. We'll keep it like that. Just like that. Right? We'll add it here. And we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna put it right under it. Just like that. And then once more. Now, I think I might have placed this on the same layer as my logo. So I'm gonna have to place that on another one. That right there. I like that. Let me see. No, it's on its own layer. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So now we just go here. Let's copy this. Let's paste it. And just move it on this side. About right there. Paste it again. Let's actually place this one right about here. Right there and symmetrically over here. Right there. Okay. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far. Now, we're going to start another layer. I want to add some sort of like hit marker design in the back. So let's again grab our text, X. Let's find one that is more blocked. Something a little more blocky. I might have to make it myself. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make it ourselves instead. How are we going to make it? pretty simple. We're going to create a box. So we got a rectangle here. We're going to create a square. Or, yeah. So hold shift and you make a perfect square. Yes, that's a square. Okay. For a second there, I forgot what it was called. Okay. Start another layer. And we're going to go ahead and go from corner to corner. So pixel to pixel. This pixel. Move it on down. And put it on this pixel. Now let's make that the thickness 4. I think 4 is, yes, 4 is a good thickness. Same thing, we're going to go over here. From this pixel over to this one. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and delete the square. We should have a perfect X. Yes. Okay. Now let's go ahead and copy that. Or not copy it. Highlight it. Hold shift so we can adjust it. Wrong one. Hold shift and we can adjust it right about there. Okay. Now I want to add this on the top only. So control copy, control paste. We're going to just place it right about here. Another one right here. Right about there. And the last one. Let's place it over here on top of this S right here. I'm actually on the wrong one. It's right here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Like I said, you can use guidelines to make it a lot more sleeker and uniformed. But for the sake of the video, I don't want you guys to sit through another 40-minute video, so I'm just gonna speed run it. Next, let's create another layer, right? So this here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the icons. Pretty simple to create icons. We're gonna create a Facebook one, or not a Facebook, an Instagram one, and a YouTube one. Why not? So we're gonna create a circle. About right about there, right? So we're gonna fill that in, and perfect. Let's go ahead, copy this, copy and paste it. So we're gonna have 2 identical ones, just like that. Right there. Okay, now inside of this we're going to create another layer. We're going to create the logos and we're going to delete the, what do you call it, we're going to subtract it. I'm not sure, I think that's what it's called in here as well. Okay, so we're going to create a little quick box right here. We're going to make it black so we can see it better. We're just going to adjust it for, let's put it about right there. Does not have to be colored in. There we go. We're gonna go back to the circle. We're gonna create a circle in here, just like so. And for the other part, we're gonna go ahead and just use the paintbrush. We're gonna just make a circle right here. There we go. We have our Instagram logo. Let's make the YouTube logo. So YouTube logo, again, also same thing, pretty simple. You click on the rounded rectangle and we make a nice little rectangle about right there. Let's actually lower these corners right there. And then we gotta make a triangle. Let's get this right there. There we go. A little higher. Okay, perfect. Now let's make a triangle. Right there. Let's rotate this. Yeah, that's actually not the way I want it. There we go. Let's move this and let's put it right there. Okay. With our magic wand, we're gonna highlight everything we just did, which is all of the black designs. Copy, or not copy, highlight. We're gonna go back to our green layer and we're gonna delete it. Okay. Now we're gonna click on that layer and we're also going to delete that layer. Perfect. Just like that. Let's actually, I want to put the logo and everything that's going to be white. I want it to just stay together, right? So I believe it was this one. Yes. Okay. Let's copy our logo real quick. Control copy. And let's find it. There it is. Let's put all of these together in one picture. We'll make everything so much easier. Let's delete that. Okay. And in this layer, the layer that has all of the white, let's go ahead and put our names. So right here, let's go to my font. C. There it is. Closeness. And let's go down to 24. Okay. Instagram. Mr. Techni. Put it right in between it. And then over here as well, YouTube, Mr. Techni. There we go. Actually, I want to make these a lot closer. Let's get them a lot closer to each other. Right about there. Okay, that's fine. There we go. I know it looks chaotic. It looks really chaotic. I know it does. But we're not done. We're not done. But for now, let's start saving all of these and we'll come right back. Save each layer individually as a PNG file and we'll be right back. Okay, now that we've saved every single one as a PNG file, we're left with the last background layer, which was our black layer. Here, we're gonna create our background, right? So, I'm thinking of I want to say a dark blue. Like a faded dark blue variant, right? Okay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go to more. Let's play with the colors a little bit. Add some green. Let's go ahead and do this. Add some green to it. Kind of fade it out a little bit and darken it. Okay, let's give it some more green. Perfect, right there. That's the perfect color right there. Okay, now we're gonna add another layer. Use our tool. Click on white so that we can be able to see it better. Let's go to number 2. And here, let's create... Let's do this. Straight line down. Let's hold tab. Oh, no, not tab. Shift, right? Why isn't it working? It's not working. Let's go ahead and redo that. Oh, it's not working now. Okay. We'll just eyeball it then. Eyeball it about right there. And let's do the same thing up here. About right there. And I kind of want... We'll keep it like that. That looks nice, actually. That looks nice. So, let's use our magic wand. We're going to highlight this part. We're going to add another layer and we're going to color this in. Let's do white. Let's do white just so we can be able to see the color better. Let's go back to this color. And we're going to give it a different variant of that color, right? So let's color that in again. Oops, wrong one. We color that in and let's play with the color just a tad bit. Let's give it a little bit of white. And darken it a little bit. A slightly bit more. What does that look like? Let's hide this one. I like that. I do. Okay. Let's delete this one. We're gonna flatten this real quick. Flatten it, and let's go ahead and give it a blur. What would a blur, just a slight blur, look like? Okay, no blur. That's fine. We'll keep it like this. Let's save this one as a PNG, as a JPEG, sorry. So save as, I think this is 10. There we go. Okay, now let's jump over to OBS. Okay, now we're on OBS. We're gonna go ahead and create two new scenes, right? So scene 1 and scene 2. These are gonna be for the animations, as you guys already know. So let's go ahead and add a color source. And this first one will be green. We're gonna green it because I want it to fade in and out. Let's go to the next one. And this one, I want it to be a faded red. So let's see if I can get that color. So let's go to red. Bring this up. And then we're gonna bring it down. Right there. A little more faded. Slightly more faded. Perfect. That's the color right there. Okay. So again, let's go transition override. We're gonna go to fade. And we're gonna bump that up to 3000. Both of them. Right? Oh, but this one has to be a fade. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and record this real quick. Let's start on the red. We're gonna hit start recording. Red. Fade to green. Fade back to red. And we're gonna keep it on red for a second. Stop recording. Okay. Perfect. Now let's delete both of these. Remove. And remove. Let's go ahead and add another scene to start off fresh. We're gonna add that video source that we just recorded, or media source, I mean, say. We're gonna want it to loop, and we want to use our hardware, and we don't want it to stop showing everything when we're done. So let's go ahead. This one should be it. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go to filters. And we're gonna add every single one of our images we just saved as a mask. So we go here to filters. We're gonna go to mask and blend. Alpha channel. We're gonna browse. I named them all 1 through 10. Made it so much easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and load every single one. So we have 1 here. Okay, let's close that. And you can see it already starting to do it. So let's go ahead and do that for every single one. Add another media source. Do not click an existing one because it'll just delete the one you just did. And again, we want the first 3 and not the last 2. Browse. Let's go down. Should be this one again. And add another image, mask, and blend. Alpha. Number 2. Okay, I'm gonna do this for all of them. And I'll be right. Okay, there we go. I've added all of our animated layers that were going to be on this overlay. I went ahead and changed it up a little bit with the X's. I also created a new video for them. Just the same concept from the red to green, except this is white to green. And I added them as 4 different media sources. But I'm actually going to go ahead and change it up one more time. So I created another layer that's for X's only. We're going to go ahead and put the X's on their own nested scenes. So let's go ahead and add media source, existing source. It's going to be 10. Let's lock it. Add another one. Where is it? Media source. 11. Excuse me. Right there. Lock it. And 12. Move it over here. You'll see exactly what I mean. So let's go ahead and add the last one, which I believe was 3. Yes, it was. There we go. Okay. Yep, okay, perfect. They're alternating. Let's go ahead and space these out properly. So this one will go right about here. Oh. Right there. Let's lock this one. Let's get in this one and move this one over. Right about there. And this one just ever so slightly. Right there. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I doing this, right? Let's go ahead and turn them off over here. Let's just actually just turn them off. Just mute them. And we're gonna go ahead and add the scene. So let's add that scene. X's. There it is. Let's go to filters on that layer or on this scene, right? And we're gonna add a scroll. We want it to go horizontal ever so slightly. Look at that. Slow it down just a little bit. 53. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. That looks really nice. I like it. I love it. Now, we're not finished. We're gonna go ahead and click on that same scene. We're gonna add another filter, a color correction, and we're just gonna lower the occupancy a little bit. Right about right there. Close. And I actually move it to the bottom, and we're gonna duplicate it on this same. So let's just go copy and paste. But this one, we're gonna move it down here. Right about here. I like that. That looks nice. I love it. Okay. Perfect. Now, we're gonna add the two images that are left. So, image. And I believe this one is 5. Yes. And we're gonna add another one, which is our background. Image. And this one's 10. There it is. And let's move that to the very bottom. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. That looks really nice. Actually, we're gonna hold off on the background. Let's click on the entire scene. We're gonna add a filter. Chroma. There we go. Now we're gonna have to tweak it a little bit, right? So we're gonna have to play with it because you see how it comes in yellow. I don't want it to be yellow. So let's go there. Let's add some more. Okay, the white's gonna disappear, but that's fine. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now we're gonna add a new layer. Or a new scene, I mean, okay? Let's actually call this final. Rename final. Excuse me, my voice just cracked. I mean, final. We're gonna name it final. Let's add the scene. So scene 2. And there it is. We're gonna add. So there we go. We added that one, and we're gonna add our background. So image. And our background. Place it right there. Now we can't see the X's anymore, right? So let's go back and let's actually increase the occupancy. Okay, and there we go. I just went ahead and increased the occupancy of the X's back to max. Now you can see them, they're fading in and fading out. This looks so nice. This really does. Okay. Now, a little more tweaking I want to do to it, right? So I want to go to the letters, which I believe, if I can get it to stop playing. All right, 1 second. All right, let's see. Nope, not that one. Not that one. There we go. From here out. Okay, we're gonna add a filter. Color correction. We're gonna just lower it just a little bit. Let's wait for it to come back up. Right about there, which is, let's control copy, close. We're gonna go to this one, filters. We're gonna do the same thing to all of these right here. So just the letters. So color correction. Oops. Control V. But we're gonna increase this one just a little bit, ever so slightly. Oh, let's wait for it to come back up. There we go. Perfect. Control copy. We're gonna go to the next one. Filters. Color correction. We're gonna paste that one, but we're gonna increase this one as well. Just a little bit. There we go. Look at that. That looks nice. That looks really nice. Now, I want these down here to move a little slower. So we're going to go ahead and click on this one. We're going to lower the speed of this one down to 30%. There we go. So as you can see, now it's going to stay. And we're going to do the same thing to the other ones as this one. So we're going to move this one down to 30%. Okay. Now let's restart it. So close it. Or not close it. Just go to another scene. Open it back up. And it should come in and go. Another one is going to be the soon, right? So let's go ahead and go to the soon, which I believe it's this one. This one, let's lower it completely. Let's check that out, okay? So go away and come back in. And there, I think we have it. Yeah. We have it. Let's click on the final. And let's take a quick look at it. See how this looks for you guys. I love it. I love it. Right? Okay, now let's start recording. There it goes. Record it for a good while. So you can be able to have it loop. Rule of thumb, 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes is perfect. It gives enough time for the viewer to, you know, slightly get distracted so they're not focusing on the graphic and they're gonna catch it when it shifts away, right? So record it for a good while. I'm gonna record it just for about a minute. A minute should be fine. So here we're gonna go ahead and stop it right about here. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and add this to a scene, right? So let's create a new scene. We're gonna add that video we just recorded, which is our overlay. So many media sources now. Restart playback. No, we don't want it to restart, and we want it to loop. So we're gonna look for that file. And here it is. Now I'm gonna add one more thing to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to it. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this scene, which is my loading bar. There's a video coming out on this as well, so if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below. But this is really cool and awesome. It's a must-have. I think so. It's really nice. I love it. Let's place it down here. Let's place it down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up just so we can be able to see it. And there it is. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. This is awesome, you guys. Let's make this full screen. And there we go. Just like that, we have a really nice starting soon screen. It's really nice, you guys. It's amazing, you guys. If you guys want to take your time, come up with your own designs and everything, you can really create really nice starting soon overlays. As you saw, just using paint.net and OBS. It's amazing, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Imagine the endless possibilities your minds can take you to just by creating images and using OBS to animate them. So amazing, you guys. Well, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. If you dislike it, hit that dislike button as well. But let me know down in the comments why you dislike it and why you liked it. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you guys. I'm always live on Twitch every Friday nights, 5:30 Mountain Standard Times. You guys come hang out, come watch these overlays. If you have any questions on the methods I use here, or if you have any ideas you want to see me create, let me know. Let me know, you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.